said, broski, you a star. I said, brother, hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. He'll check it down to Geis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, this is Geis. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Now Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So that'll back him up 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got Moncrief. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field.
Over.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Coleman, 34 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 7-0. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point from McManus is good. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Watch it now, Barney.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. A big third down play there for the Jags. 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A first down carry by Elliott. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And an alley to run. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And an alley to run. Power running by Zeke. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
They go play action with Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Shaq Thompson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Jackson on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to go up, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson now on 3rd down. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Now Elliott. Shedding through the defense. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Butker able to put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out the... It's a foot race. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. In for the score. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach, his head coach, to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson escapes, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Derek Barnett. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. He's got a man. Complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now it's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'd open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's complete. Hooper. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Tenth carry now for Elliott. He can't get him down. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38. And the kick by Butker is good. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run past midfield. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Jaguars. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down. So we'll have to see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dante Moncrief, 75 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And out now, here come the Bengals. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The left side completion to Jones. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. And even 40 yards. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Past the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Ezekiel Elliott saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. The extra point, not exactly a thing of beauty, but it does ricochet home. And that will make this a 19-point game. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Sharks got it, left side. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. On second down, Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. DJ Chark, 65 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And he's got it up and through. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Jags. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled.
Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Rolling to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Josh Gordon, 42 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. McManus's point after is good, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him a gain of 37. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some spacing?
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 30.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Derek Barnett in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
Flushed out right, and he fends him off. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Leonard Williams in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. Buying time to his left. And no, it's incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Still a lot that can happen, but you think they get points on this drive, even if it's just 3. Should wrap this one up.
And you got to love their starting field position. So if you're the play caller right now, being on the plus side of the 50, you're thinking exactly what you're saying. Get 3, get out of here with at least that. But, hey, you might have a chance to put 6 on the board and really take control.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Flush to his right. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, it's Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Henry Anderson able able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. And even 40 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Steps up, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Stephon Tuitt in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperate, and this is caught inside the 5. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.